guys, it's Alexia Maria Orihuela reporting for Hollywood Connections on Tan Talk Radio at the Fan Fest. And I'm here with
Fish Mooney.
Oswald Cobblepot.
That's wonderful. So can you tell us about yourselves and your cosplay?
Yes, my real name is Shalane, but my cosplay is Fish Mooney, and I am the lady boss of Gotham.
All right, and what about you?
My real name is Ryan Young. I am cosplaying today as the Penguin, who is the true boss of Gotham.
We always have some rivalry right here. So can you tell us when you guys first started cosplaying?
I actually started cosplaying when I was at Universal Studios. I did a lot of work with them in their Halloween Horror Nights and Mardi Gras and things like that. Then it evolved later on, actually cosplaying as Michonne first and then this character.
Oh, wow. So you've been doing it for a while?
Yeah, I want to say for a while, for about maybe 4 or 5 years.
Wonderful, and it's a great costume. I love it. How long did it take for you to put it all together?
Actually, the dress was the longest part because I had to go to a seamstress to kind of customize it. Everything else was just pretty easy.
Cool. All right, now how about you? When did you first get into cosplaying?
I've been cosplaying since I was about 16, just going to the local conventions around Florida. Typically, I do things like the Crow or the Green Goblin. A lot of makeup, so I'm really happy that I have this one because I'm not, sweating into my suit.
So what would you say, is this your first time wearing this cosplay, or have you done it previously?
I have done it a few different times. I really love this one because, a few years ago when he took to the stage with Gotham, he revolutionized a character that not many people, loved the way I did. And then you have, this real pale, dark-haired guy with a huge nose, and I'm thinking, just right up my alley,
Out for you. Absolutely. So great. So when did you first, like you said, you started when you were 16. When did you first realize that you wanted to cosplay? Did somebody ever tell you, hey, you would be really cool as this character, or is it just something that you've always wanted to try?
Mostly cute girls on the internet, and I was thinking, where can I try to find any of those? Oh yeah, definitely. I got me a black canary and everything, so everything's worked out in the end.
Well, you worked out, but your 16-year-old dream got you somewhere.
Very true.
What about you? Now, you say you did a lot with Universal, but when did you realize you wanted to come to these conventions and dress up and, take pictures with the fans? When did you realize that you wanted to do this?
Well, I wanted to do this when I first started doing Michonne. I literally just barely had the wristband placed on my wrist. This was at Collective Con in Jacksonville, and people were already swarming me asking for pictures, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. How can I do more of this? So I started researching different characters that were out there, and I've been told on several occasions that I do resemble Jada Pinkett Smith. So when I saw her on Gotham, I just started looking at her face, studying her makeup and her mannerisms and everything, and it all just kind of came together.
So I do see it. Now, do you plan on doing any other Jada Pinkett Smith characters?
Well, I am going to continue doing this particular one, but fingers crossed, I am going to be doing the new season 3, the green outfit that she has for Spooky Empire. So fingers crossed, yes.
That's awesome. Now, when did you first start coming to these kind of conventions?
I actually started coming, it was MegaCon last year, and that's where I first met Cecil Grimes, who's the cosplayer for Rick Grimes' Walking Dead. And seeing his set and seeing the crowd and everything, I was like, wow, this is really cool. So the rest is history.
That is really exciting. Now, what would you guys say your favorite thing about coming to these conventions and cosplaying is?
Definitely making people happy. Nothing beats putting my umbrella in like a little boy's hand and going, you hold it or you jab me or something. And typically I don't like kids, not a fan. But it's the little nerds that they strike a chord.
And what would you say your favorite thing about coming to the convention and cosplaying it?
Well, I like coming to the conventions because I like seeing a person's face light up when they see their favorite character, and sometimes it's just a hug. They just want a hug. But for this particular one, I wanted to support the local Orlando community for the One Pulse, the tragedy. I want to really come out and show my support, in a different and a unique way.
Right, and that's a great thing that you did. Now, if anybody wanted to follow you guys, if you're going to another convention soon, to come and meet you, do you have a fan page, or if they could see some photos from your cosplays, where can they find you at?
Yes, absolutely. On Facebook, they can go to @Cos, C-O-S, Cos A Commotion, and we actually have that same handle on our Instagram, which is Cos A Commotion Cosplay, and Cos A Commotion on Twitter.
And what about you?
Well, much like our characters, while she's running the business, I'm kind of on the shoe shining end because I haven't gone as official as her yet. So I'm just Ryan Young on Facebook and can be found there for any new pals. I need friends, really.
Now, if there's any advice you could give to anyone who's out there that wants to do what you, that wants to cosplay or come to these kind of conventions, what advice can you give to them to, get a jump start in this kind of activity and career?
Now, are you saying cosplay in general or try to take my character?
Cosplay in general, because you got it down.
Just don't even try. Never, just don't stop. Even if you have goodwill, just keep doing it again and again until you have something that, it resounds with other people, because that's really the first step. I started with, a steampunk jacket and some black on my face, and then I finally ended up doing pretty well.
And what advice can you get?
As far as finding a character, you want to find a character that you can connect with and have a lot of fun with. And like what Ryan said, go and check out Goodwill, Salvation Army, eBay, and connect with other cosplayers. There's a lot of pages on Facebook where people just need, cosplay help or suggestions. And that this community is such a tight community. Everybody wants to help everyone because this is, at the end of the day, fun.
Right, it is. It's something that you guys would like to share, because I know a lot of people, cosplayers, that they like to share. So that's really good advice. Thank you guys so much for your time. We'll definitely just check them out and look them up for the next conventions to come and meet them, because they're super nice. Thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for more from FanFest.